Good morning, everybody. Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. Well, guys, today is going to be the final day. We're going to try to get up as many of the English peas as we can, pick off the ones that's good, get rid of the plants, and we're going to take all the jute up, and we're going to pile it up in a pile, and we're going to burn it. Because it seems to be one of the possibilities is where some of these aphids come from what we've been able to find out. So it's going to be a chore this morning because we got to do a lot of cleaning up, and we got eye appointments today and stuff like that, so we got to get started early and try to get as much done as we can. Of course, we got some nice rain yesterday, late yesterday evening, right about dark. We got a good little rain, and I mean, it was just right on the sweet potatoes. We are excited about that. Looks like we got a good take on them. I'm looking forward now to seeing what they do. We've been having temperatures, believe it or not, we've been in the mid-90s. That's not the heat index, that's the temperature. And it has been brutal. We have not had nothing but clear skies like we got this morning. You look up, there's no there's no clouds, there's nothing, just pure blue sky, no chemtrails, no nothing. Yesterday, about, I'm gonna say probably around 3:30 or 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, it just got to be 93 degrees here, and the heat was so intense we just ended up with thunderstorms. They just built out of nowhere, and we got a really good rain, cooled things down to the 60s before dark, and it's like 63 right now. So before the sun gets over them trees right yonder, we got to get busy, guys. All right, guys, we're going on here cutting off our jute twine. Good thing is we didn't see as many aphids today, which means that
you don't see them running.
My really, really heavy solution of baking soda that I mixed up and sprayed, which was like 1 to 2 cups of baking soda per 2 gallons of water. I mean, it was like I mixed it like super heavy because I'm like, this was a little bit freaking me out having stuff like this on our property. Now what I'm doing, I'm taking this jute twine and I'm coming down here, I'm piling it up on top of these those peas right there. I have a reason for that we'll talk about in a little while here, but I'm trying to go through here and get it all off as much as I can, and I'm not seeing any aphids on it right now, so that's a plus. I'm kind of excited about that. We were really starting to freak out about how many of them there was everywhere. It looks like the baking soda knocked them back. Now, I'm not going to say they wouldn't come back if we had had more time. They may not come back. I mean, it might come back.
If we left the plants another few days.
If we just left the plants another few days, they would have had a chance to have resubmerged and come back.
But you don't see, I mean, every now and then, like here, and I think most of that is dried.
It is, most of it's dried up.
Every now and then you'll see one crawling.
Now you'll probably see more on the steel down
like right here.
Do this.
Yeah.
But we're fixing to eradicate this problem, I hope.
You can see right here.
It's just got to go. If you don't serve a purpose for me, you have to go. I mean, I don't care what kind of animal you are, or creature, or whatever. If you're not part of my
supply chain,
you ain't staying. I don't care.
Now that's what I talk about, getting rid of something.
It was so big it sent the dog barking monitor off. Did you see it lift that whole thing up?
I mean, it lifted it off the ground too.
That's how you get rid of them suckers. You see it sent that dog barking monitor off again.
I jumped on that one.
That dog barking monitor it.
It sets it off every
Sets it
time.
off every time.
And we're way away from it.
This has got that mixing oil in it. It's got oil in it.
Yeah, and it's frying it. Everything's wet, that's why a lot of it is not burning, but
Oh yeah, everything's soaking wet with dew this morning. But that flash is getting rid of the aphids.
maybe you should let it soak a second.
Well,
Your gas is losing its potential. No, that one did it. Made me jump.
I think it shouldn't have lost its potential, but I mean, the further down I get in it, the gas may have come to the top and the oil may have been at the bottom in the container. But
All right, we still got our fencing. Are you going to spray yet, or are you going to take it up and then spray and till, and what's the next process?
I probably, it's covered with the aphids. I mean, when I say covered,
They went up top.
they come to the top. So I'm gonna have to go mix up some spray.
Yes.
Look at this. See
Since
this?
they don't have plants,
They ain't got no plants left. They're all coming off the ground,
which is good.
which is good, coming to the top. So I can come through here now and spray the whole top of this wire and all down through here. That's good right there. Yeah.
You see all sizes.
Mm-hmm. And ladybugs is right there with them too.
Yeah. But we got to spray this.
Yeah.
You see how they're attacking that?
Mm-hmm. They're just looking for somewhere to go.
But we fix and get rid of them.
Okay guys, this is what we picked. Almost 3 gallons. There's about 2.5 gallons here. So
We should have 1 canner with what I have in the freezer. So that
Yeah.
give me 8 more pints. So I had 40, we'll have about 48 pints.
yeah, not that good at picking this time, but
Better than nothing.
better than actually having nothing. So we are closer to being able to eradicate this problem. I'm fixing to go get the tractor now. We're gonna get some more baking soda. We're gonna come spray all the wire with baking soda. Go down through there and spray the ground heavy with the baking soda. Let me get all the stuff picked up. I'm probably gonna go dig a hole and bury it rather than just throw it on top of the ground to just deteriorate. Just in case something.
I'd say put some more gas in the hole with it and really annihilate them and then cover it up.
Guys, we have a change of plan. I jumped on my other tractor and was gonna go dig a hole and got on the hillside down there and blew the tire off the rim. So, and it cut my valve stem off. I don't have a valve stem, so when I go to town, I gotta get a valve stem. And when I went and grabbed this one, the button that opens and shuts the grapple don't want to work on it. So I'm like, okay, devil, get behind me today because I know you out here wanting to.
He wants his creatures to live.
He wants his little minions to live here, and it ain't gonna happen. Because in the name of Christ, it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna clean this place up, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. So I'm gonna have to tote these piles here down here, and I'm gonna take my grapple and grab them up. I see it didn't kill them because I see them crawling right here. There's a few of them that escaped. Probably that was on the very bottom because I picked this up and turned it over. This was the bottom.
Yeah. And so now we got to spray the ground. Yeah, I see them all over it. We're fixing to burn them again, though. Said mashing them might help too. Here are the turkeys. Y'all may think this is overkill, but nah. You just don't want these things living. How long has it been since you fed them?
Oh, a few days. I only fed them once in the last week.
Look at the brim. Now I see some bigger brim. Good catching size brim.
The catfish are trying to find their way around here. You'll see the waves coming here in a minute. They'll start showing up.
There's a catfish.
There's some big old catfish.
Mm-hmm.
The bass have been doing their thing because
there's not very many.
As I sat around the edges here yesterday, just kind of watching in the, while it was shaded, I kept seeing something hitting in the edge of the water over here in the grass all around the edges. It was those little bass running up in that shallow water getting stuff.
Oh, and a carp.
You'll see some really nice brim every so often.
I did a while ago. Good eating size.
Look at the catfish. They'll start coming up. We came in from a different. Come in from a different direction. They
get messed up.
They get messed up.
They're used to us coming from the other direction.
Yeah, and I hadn't fed them in a few days.
There's still a lot of little ones now. I'm seeing a
Oh yeah, there's a lot of little brim. I mean, they ain't went away overnight. We're gonna have to get us a mess of these catfish out of here.
Yeah.
And a mess of brim.
Something we may do this week.
Yeah.
Take an afternoon off.
Take an afternoon off and come get us a good mess of fish. We ain't had no good fish in a while. Look at all that. Man.
All right, the nosy ones are here. The nosy crew.
Oh yeah, they come check out.
I know what you're doing. A very strong mixture of baking soda and water. And with the sun out today, if it hits them, it'll dry them out.
Well, it's done got hot. it's done hot. We're sitting in the shade right now. It's 9:15 and almost too hot to be out here right now. But I'm pretty sure we've pretty much got our situation under control. We've been really going over what happened, and it could be a number of different things. Now that we've identified the aphid, it is a pea aphid. It's called a pea aphid. It is possible that it came in the seeds that we bought, because we bought a new variety of seeds this year we've never had before from a company. And we also found where they also come in the jute twine. That has happened, and it is a possibility. It could be a possibility that they've just been here all along, and the fact that we planted this variety of peas, they hit. Who's to know what it is, you know? I just know I'm not doing the jute no more.
And we probably won't plant peas here anymore.
We won't plant peas in our big garden anymore. If we plant peas, well, we will plant peas, but when we plant them, we're going to try to find somewhere off to itself and just put just peas there, so that if we have an issue again, and we'll probably just only plant the little marbles after this. This was probably my fault because I decided I wanted to try the Lincolns to see how they do. I probably won't do that again. And it could have happened with the little marbles. I don't know. You don't ever know because we didn't have any kind of test plots or anything like that going on. You know, we didn't have a separate plot with little marbles. We didn't have a separate plot with Lincolns to know if anything different would have happened. We just didn't.
We don't have them in the high tunnel.
Right. We don't have them in the high tunnel, but that jute twine in the high tunnel came from a different place. But now the seeds, same seeds.
So we pretty much think it's not seed.
I pretty much think it wasn't the seed. I think it came in.
It's either in the ground and came out, or it was that first line of jute that we got from Tractor Supply. Because that's where they hit to start with.
Yeah, that is what they went to work on the first time. Actually,
and it could have been the scent from the jute that attracted them.
It could have been.
Because they don't like bad scents, like strong scents, like garlic and stuff.
Yeah.
But the jute has a sweet smell and would have attracted them to the peas faster, maybe.
Maybe. Because, see, it didn't hit the wire first.
No.
It hit the jute first, and then they went from the jute running that copper wire on the top that we put up there onto the metal down here. And then they gradually progressed as they came down this way. The end down here was almost still in good shape.
Until the
couple of days of being able to spray it. But now, I mixed up the baking soda. I mixed 1 cup per gallon, and that's a 2-gallon sprayer. So I was actually getting about 2 cups per sprayer full, and that's pretty powerful, you know. And I think
we burn them twice.
Yeah, I sprayed them. I sprayed them 3 times.
I know, but we burned them twice here in the field and.
Oh yeah. We set them on fire. We poured chainsaw mixing oil. I had some that was several years old in a jug I found in the shop. So I poured it on top of the piles y'all seen, and I set them on fire. And then when I got ready to leave here with them, I actually took the tractor and ran over and just mashed them. I mean, I mashed all the juice out of them, just crushed them up. We took them down. I kind of like halfway dug a hole because the grapple don't do too good a job at that. But we poured gas on them again with the mixing oil, set it on fire, and let it completely burn, let it burn out. And it covered it up with soil and then packed it down. So,
if any survived, that's one hard-headed little insect.
He's a bad creature. I mean, that's all I can say. He's just a bad creature. So, that's where we're at, guys. We're going to be taking this up next. Can't today. We got too much still to do today. But after that, we'll probably come through here and till this and try to figure out. I'm wanting to plant peanuts. So maybe I might put me some peanuts.
Maybe
there.
We need to know that pea aphids don't hit peanuts.
Don't hit peanuts first, yeah. And then if they do, we'll wait till we dig the potatoes and the onions, and then we'll put the peanuts there.
But if they don't, we have 3 rows we could use for peanuts.
If we have enough peanuts to plant that many. The jungle peanuts will be what it is. However
you
far
might
they
have
go.
1 row.
Yeah, however far the jungle peanuts go is what we will do. But nevertheless, that's where we're at today, guys. Thank you from Pecan Grove.